Hello, YouTube world. I want to welcome you once again to another episode of Reverend Resale. My name's David. Of course, I go by Reverend Resale here on YouTube. I'm a full-time pastor and a fun-time reseller. But most of you know, with the epidemic that's going on around, we have been doing all of our worship services online. Of course, house-to-house visits, nursing home visits, and things like that. I've not been able to make, so I have been more of a 3/4 time reseller and 25% time pastor because of things going on in our world today. I'm longing to get back to spending all of the time, a majority of the time, in eBay being fun time again. But in today's episode, I'm going to share with you my sales. I know in the last episode I shared that I hit that 30,000 mark over 90 days. That was a goal that I hit. And I want to share with you a little bit about that. I want to share with you my sales today. And I also want to answer some viewer questions. I don't know if I've ever done that on the channel. But if you're not subbed, man, we'd love for you to be subbed. If you are, we love you and appreciate you and thank you. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Comment. I love dialoguing with you in the comment section here on YouTube. And as always, I do appreciate you. We're going to have an introduction, and I'll be back in just a second. I wonder what kind of adventure a full-time pastor and a fun-time reseller could get into. Get ready to see on this episode of the man, the myth, and the legend.
Yeah, right.
Well, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Reverend Resale. All right. In one of the chats, I think it was Mile High Treasure Hunters today, I was actually lurking in the chat. Y'all know what that is, right? Where you're not commenting all that much, but you're there or you haven't said hi yet. I was actually grilling some sausage and what do we have for lunch? Grilled sausage and grilled some onions, and man, it was awesome. And as I was doing that, I think it was Frank. I think Frank mentioned something that I was bragging that I hit that 30K mark. Now, friends, let me tell you, I am honored, absolutely honored that I got to that mark. That was kind of a goal that I had been shooting for. Didn't know if I was ever going to get it. So, just as a reply, was I bragging? Man, you doggone right I was bragging. I got to 30K over 90 days. Man, that big old, that's not a fly, that's a bee there. But 30K over 90 days is awesome. Well, guess what? Yesterday was a big day, I assume, and it dropped way back down. I guess 90 days ago I had a big sale, so I'm back under 30K. But today's sales may push me over. I want to share with you once again, I know a lot of YouTubers only share their big days. Now, I normally do 1, 2, 3 videos a week. So because of that, I'm not sharing with you my everyday sales. Today is Wednesday. It is 3 o'clock on Wednesday. Well, let me tell you, I want to share with you my awesome sales. I got 1 label. I got 2 labels. I got 3 labels. That's right. I got 3 sales, and then I had a buyer actually say that something wasn't sent. It was some pens. I had the picture right. I had the description wrong. So to make it right, I'm sending the cat 2 more pens. I've got those in my study inside of the house. I need to go and get those listed too. But the sales that we had, the very first sale, $13.99. This is 2 of the art lot. If you've been a part of the channel for a long time, you probably have seen the big art lot buy that I had. I believe these are Japanese pens. These are manga calligraphy pens. These 2 went, a lot of 2 went for $13.99. This Jordan Mac, here it is, Jordan Mac card. This is numbered out of 75. This Jordan Mac auto card went for $19.99. And then the very last sale that I had was this Sean Bradley. This is numbered out of 99. This is an auto card. This went for $13.99. And baby, that's it. I mean, I have sold absolutely nothing else. Yeah, there are days like this. I bragged about 30K, and now I'm under 30K over 90 days. 3 sales a day is not going to keep me there. But I'm going to brag about something else. I have not had a day over the last 365 days. I've not had a single day that I sold nothing on eBay. Well, let me tell you, I don't have that much to list. I've got out and done some sourcing, very light sourcing. I've got some metal detectors I need to list and some different things. But I don't have much going on with eBay. So I'm just praying that I don't hit one of those 0 days. If I do, it's going to be fine, no big deal. But I was really getting used to those 10, 15 items a day selling, those 60 and 70 items a weekend. I don't know if that's going to continue, but I'm just going to keep listing, hopefully keep selling, and it's been really, really good. So after I get these packed up, I want to probably take a ride to the post office. Then maybe we'll come back. I may answer some questions on the way to the post office, and then we'll come back, try to hit the rock. And as we hit the rock, we'll answer some more questions. Once again, I appreciate you, and I'll see you in just a minute. Y'all, as I'm getting ready to head to the post office, the car is sitting here, is cooling off. It is 3:14, so it didn't take me long to get all those orders packed. Yesterday I got 2 items in the love box. Now the love box, it's our post office, my post office box for the business is post office box 143. Now I don't know if y'all remember that, but back in the beeper days, I didn't have a beeper. My mom and dad wouldn't let me have one, said only doctors and drug dealers needed those. Now I know that wasn't the case, but that's what they said. But Nikki T had one, and I would text her. No, I wouldn't. We didn't have text back then. I would beep her. I would dial her beeper number, and I would put in 143. Y'all know what that meant? I love you, 143. So that's what the post office box, I call it the love box. So I got 2 items in yesterday at the post office love box, and it was great to see those. And one came from Bill Tackett. Bill is Flip to Pay the Bills here on YouTube. He actually sent me a message on Instagram, and on that message he mentioned to me that he had found a book and wondered if my church, the church that I pastored, would be interested in it. And I said, man, yeah, because I was interested in it. And here it is. It's the gospel message. I don't know if you can see this, but it's an old hymnal. Let's see when it was. Let's see if there's a date. It is so old, there is no copyright date that I can see. Yeah, it is. Well, it just says copyright secured, printed in the United States. It doesn't have a date on it, but it's got some really old songs, and I'm going to take this to the church and use it. Bill, I do appreciate it. Bill said in his note, just said, thank you for being a part of my learning and reselling, and for being a good man and example to the reselling community. Hope you and your family are well in this tough time. Thanks. Bill, man, you're one of a kind. I do appreciate that note. It means a lot to me. I'm grateful to help in your learning of reselling. Hey man, I'm still learning myself. I think each and every one of us, if you ever get to that point in life where you're not learning, then you're dying. So I'm learning the reselling game myself, maybe further along in the journey than some, but I can promise you, if I can do it, Bill, I know you can do it. So good luck, and good hunting, good picking, good selling, and good sourcing. So looking forward to that. And then my good buddy, let's see, this one came from Flip with Chris. I already opened this. Didn't really know what it was. I've sent Chris some stuff, and I thought, oh my goodness, I hope he's not sending stuff back. But he wasn't. He actually had a little gift in here, and he had a note as well. I actually sent Chris some cards that he purchased from me, and as he purchased those cards, I actually sent him in a few extra I know he enjoys the Georgia Bulldogs, and I threw a few extra cards in there. He thanked me for those cards. I think one was Jake Fromm and a few others. He just sent me really a nice note. But what I really appreciated most of all, I loved his nice note. That was the best. Let's see if I can get this out. He sent me this 1940 Georgia versus Oglethorpe. This is a general admissions. So this is Leon Ballpark. So this is just an old ticket. So man, this is going to go up on my backdrop in the study at my house, and we will display this. So Chris, at Flip with Chris, man, you're one of a kind. I do appreciate you, and thank you so very much for doing that. I want to share with you now some questions. I see a lot of resellers are doing this, I guess because there's nothing else to do, so they're answering questions, and I'm honored to do this as well. So I want to answer a few of the questions in the last 3 or 4 videos that I put out. One of the last ones was from Jared Dolan here on YouTube, and Jared asked the question. This is exactly what he said. He said, so, let's see, I'm pulling into the post office now. He said, so do you not include shipping in the price of the item? Well, let me explain that. Like a lot of the trading cards, most of the trading cards, I do not include shipping. In the trading cards, I will actually, it'll all be first class. They go 4 ounces. It's going to cost me $3 pretty much to ship the cards out the way that I do it. So it's not costing me much. So I just sort of put that in the listing. So if I know the card is selling for $12.99, I'm going to try to sell mine for $14.99. Now, maybe I'll just sell it for $12.99 and get $9 back from it, because that's still pretty good on my end. I know what I need to get out of it. So no, I don't include shipping on most of my first class items. If I'm shipping them first class, USPS, I'm probably just going to put the shipping cost in with the listing and have it as free listing. That's just the way I do it. Now, all of my priority mail listings are calculated. So they're all set up where if it's going to California, it'll charge the buyer more. If it's going to Georgia, it'll cost the buyer less. That's the way I do my shipping. I'm going in the post office. I'll answer some more questions on the way home. All right, y'all. So the next question that I want to answer comes from Joey Bada Bing 22. I love saying that name. And Joey is an awesome guy. I had an opportunity to be live with Joey to get to know him. We talked a little bit of baseball. He is an awesome guy. He is our favorite mailman. So we appreciate Joey and all that you do. Joey put a really nice note and a question on one of my last videos. He said, Rev, really enjoy watching your videos, man. You're always making me excited to see your sales. I am too, when they're not 3. I'm getting really interested in selling baseball, basketball, and football cards. I love sports, so it might be really cool for me. Maybe, here's the question, maybe you could help me with some pointers. Man, Joey Bada Bing, I would help you with anything, man. And I don't really know the pointers that I can give. Selling trading cards is just a tad bit different than selling anything else on eBay. To me, the difference is you've got to know when to get in and know when to get out. So a card that I sold 2 weeks ago for $100, I may could only be able to sell that card today for $40. The reason that I could sell it for $100 a week ago or 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago is because that was the first card listed on eBay. Sometimes that works in your favor, sometimes it doesn't. So the market is set when things first start to sell. And then when more cards begin to flood the market of that same card, the price may drop off. So what I do is in the trading card game, when a card series first comes out, that's when I try to buy the most of the cards that I'm going to get. And I try to open those up, find the best cards, and get them on eBay that day. Get them on as quick as I can, because that'll help the cards sell. Sometimes you get the cards and you list them and they don't sell, and they don't sell, and they don't sell. And then a card will sell at a lower price, and then I'll have to go in and adjust my pricing. So that's the way I do it, and it works for me. Of course, I will talk about it in this description. I'll have all the things that I use to sell cards. I have penny sleeves, I have top loaders, magnetic one touch, and then I have team packs where I put the top loader in the pack and seal it over. You'll see that probably in this already listing of those cards that I sold. I use those. It just looks better, it ships better, and I think it keeps the card safe as it's traveling to its destination. Hey, y'all want to go to the Rock? Let's go to my place of solitude and I'll answer a few more questions. All right, y'all, I'm here at my place of solitude. I just noticed I hadn't been here in a little while. I've got some vines growing up on my rock I need to probably get. I think there's some poison oak right over here, so that wouldn't be too good. You may hear the cars going by. The cars are probably less than 60 yards from where I'm at, but this is sort of a wooded area. I don't know why, I just like this area. It's got a few chipmunks around, and I really just enjoy this rock. But I want to answer a few more of your questions. The next question that I have is from My Life DIY. And she said, looked at my Walmart, couldn't find any. Just wondering though, how do you price these? She's talking about the trading cards. Is it just on sold comps? I looked up some in the store and got so overwhelmed I couldn't really match them up to the comps. Really enjoy your videos, Barbara. So Barbara, yeah, I only sell on eBay. So to me, it doesn't matter as much if what it sells for on Amazon or what it sells for on Facebook Marketplace, because I know the place that I'm going to sell is going to be on eBay. So because of that, all of the comps that I look up are on eBay. So I find if a box of cards is selling for 3 times as much as it's selling for at Walmart, I'm sure there's some cards inside of that box that are going to sell for more. So what I'll do is I'll open up the packs. I sort of know the best players and the best cards, and you have to sort of understand the series. I'll open them up, find the cards, and I comp those cards on eBay unless I'm the first one listing and I get to set the mark. I get to set the price that I want to charge for that card. So the trading card's a little bit different than others, but that's the way I do it. And the last question that I want to answer today is from a good buddy, Matt M. Matt M said this: you're making me want to open my mega box of football. Just about got my money back and have that box and more cards. Should I open? Tough call. Well, Matt, I've come to figure out the best way for me is to open every box. I know I sold some of the mosaic cards. I sold 9 boxes for almost $500. Now I wish I'd opened those cards, because all the cards, all the boxes that I opened, I made more. So if it's a hot box, if it's a hot series, I would open up every box before I would sell it. Maybe there's a time that you'd make your money, it'd be better to sell it. But for me, if somebody's willing to give me $100 for a box of 30 cards, I'm almost assured there's gonna be $100 worth of cards in that box. So my new policy is I'm not selling boxes. I'm opening up every pack and seeing what I have, making sure that I'm not losing out on that Baptist lottery ticket. So once again, if you watched this far, I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope this video is a little bit different than what we normally do, but I just want to once again say to you, I appreciate each of you that are subbed to the channel. If you're not, please sub, give me this video a thumbs up. If you've got any questions, ask those questions. I'll try to answer them in chat. And I'll also potentially try to answer them on videos like this in the future. I know no other way of closing out this video than saying deuces, and may God bless. See, I told you he wasn't a myth or a legend, just a regular dude selling on eBay. Thanks for watching.